Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Attempts to find transatlantic flight 627 have uncovered an old passenger ship.
Turn that up.
What?
Turn it up, I said!
It is speculated is the Republic of Royal English Lines, lost in 1962
damn.
from a tsunami,
No!
resulting in heavy casualties and little survivors.
It can't be! No!
What's wrong?
No. Calvin, have I ever told you, I survived the S.S Republic.
No, I don't think you have. What on earth happened?
I never told anyone about this previously. Other survivors, maybe. But not me. Only now have I told this to someone outside of my family. I can still see and smell the vast corridors and halls, as if they're not a memory. I can still hear the conversations of my mates, talking about the weather, and who won the cricket game. I can still hear the impact of footsteps on metal, walking through the bare corridors to get out of the ship, for there was no time to get out otherwise. I still hold the tickets. The tickets for a cabin on the Republic. It was the last day of spring, 1962. I decided for the bank holidays I was going to go to the United States for a long holiday. I decided for the cheapest option, the S.S Republic, an old steamer from the 1920s of the Royal English Line. Worn out but still functional, she was due to be retired in a few weeks, so I was going to be one of her last travelers. By the standards at the time, Republic was very old. About as old as I was, in fact. You could tell by her Edwardian interior style, long abandoned in favor of Art Deco, the lack of an external pool deck, the lack of a lot of modern-esque amenities, and the fact that, well, most of the passengers were as old as the ship itself, in fact older, trying to enjoy the last bits of their childhood and early adulthood before it all became a memory. I, in fact, was one of the youngest travelers aboard, save for a family and a 20-year-old woman. My cabin was small, meant for one, but the upside was that it was first class, so I could access all the higher-up amenities. The first 3 days of the voyage were pure bliss. If only that bliss lasted longer. On the 4th day of the voyage, things started to go wrong. The Republic steamed into a storm, blowing through it at maximum speed. There was a lot of vibration and rolling. Most of the public rooms were closed, and we were ordered to our cabins for maximum safety, though that's what led most passengers to their doom. Me, being the daredevil I was at the time, decided to go up on the deck to experience the wild weather, until I saw an atrocity at the other side. A rogue wave. As soon as I saw it, I ran back inside. Water slammed into the ship, and windows were smashed. And when the chaos was over, the ship didn't roll back up. Instead, it sagged deeper and deeper into the water. Cargo hatches imploded, the funnels fell off from the moorings, and the ship was being quickly eaten up by the very sea it sailed. The water swept me into the first-class lounge. I ran on the walls, desperately trying to find an exit, swimming through the cold water and seeing destroyed furniture and dead bodies. By the time I found an exit on the promenade deck, the ship slipped beneath me, almost gracefully. when the morning came. The sunlight gave little hope for us that survived. For some reason, I ended up finding myself in the middle of the sea. I was far away from the other survivors. Perhaps I was swept away by another wave. I was rescued by one of the lifeboats. Except the operators were not crew. They were passengers, just like me. The rest of the crew were either dead or in the water. Out of the 2,000 people on board, only 145 survived. And only 6 of the lifeboats were launched. The rest were broken into timbers or dragged down with the Republic. No one came for as long as 3 hours until one of the lifeboats, they followed a small cargo ship named the Golden Stand. They picked us up and brought us to New York. An unusual destination for it. We were taken by an agency. They checked us over, explained that we were going to be okay, and sent home. And we were. But yet, some of the survivors stayed. They stayed for questioning. Yet we were forgotten. I still live with the trauma to this day. May not be as bad as before, but the pain's still there. It's still there, and it's horrible.
Had to be traumatic, eh?
Is that all I had to say for that? I almost died with so many people, and yet you claim it had to be a traumatic experience. Damn right it was a traumatic experience. It's the reason why I don't even travel as much as I used to anymore. The reason why I still hear the screams in my sleep!
Whoa, calm down.
You think that I'm the sort of man that would take an experience like this and use it as an excuse to tell a story? No, that's why I never told anyone about this, except my own family members. And you're the only exception I could ever make.
Look, I can understand you're upset and all, but...
Look, Calvin, you may be my caretaker, but it's not an excuse to be ignorant. Have you experienced the guilt that I face? I had to live, and others didn't. Why couldn't they live like me? Why couldn't they survive like I did? Why did I have to be the one to survive? Why a man like me?
Do continue, please.
You want to experience this now, do you? You want to feel what I felt, isn't it true? The wounds may be healing, but I don't think I can take this trauma any longer. I need the time to finally put this aside and move on. I'm no longer going to use this as a method to tell a story. I'm sorry, Kelvin, but you need to go out. Just get out of here, now!
But...
I said get out of there, now! You can go, and then maybe rethink the way you perceive shipwrecks. It's not like the movies, Calvin. It's not like them at all.
Miss Anderson? Are you okay?
It's alright, Calvin. I'm at peace now. I've buried the hatchet with myself. My friends, they're happy. They're at peace.
I could take you to the hospital. I could get you some painkillers. Anything.
It's okay, Calvin. You don't need to worry about me anymore. Just get my family here. If not, tell them I love them. And thank you, Calvin.
Mr. Henderson?